Okay, let's move on to Bengals-Browns. Bengals-Browns. The total opening up at 42.5. It has dropped to 40.5, and that's because of the 18-mile-per-hour winds. But it's kind of warm for this time of year, 47 Fahrenheit and cloudy. We will check the weather again come Friday. Here we go. The Browns opening up at -8, now 8.5 or 9. Now, that's a big spread for a shitty Browns team, but they should destroy Cincy. Dalton just has no weapons and a leaky O-line. AJ, is he shut down for the year? What's happening there? They're coming off a critical loss to the Steelers. Kitchens is playing for his job. Will Urban Meyer be getting a call in a few months? Bengals, Browns. Donnie, right side, take it away.
You know what? You look at this football game and immediately comes the thought, like, boy, what a great over this situation's going to be. You saw the last time the Browns gave out, forget about the defense that they went up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they annihilated the Miami Dolphins as they got one of those breather football games. And you think this was going to be another breather game because a lot of the Cleveland Browns, all the way up and down, they're facing really tough defenses. But then I take a look at Cincinnati and be like, I'm not understanding something. 22-6, 16-10, 17-10, 24-10, games like that. So you're saying to yourself, like, wait a second here. Where did this defense come from? An absolute sieve with not much firepower on defense. How can they hold up? And then you look at the opposite side. You're not seeing a lot of firepower. And yes, you're going to get John Ross back, which should be a nice little deep threat if he plays or what pitch count he's going to be on for the Cincinnati Bengals. But no longer do I look at this football game, Jimmy, like, boy, this is an automatic over. They should be able to hit it. And yes, we're talking about some windy conditions here in Cleveland, but as long as there's no precipitation, I don't really know how much of a difference that's going to make outside of, the 50-yard field goal, which field goal kickers haven't been all that good on this year. That's in fact a historic record low. I got to tell you, I'm leaning towards the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. Everything about the Cleveland Browns, you thought that they're going to rectify, or one of those, reports that was coming out. We talked to somebody embedded with the Cleveland Browns. They're going to show who's the new champion in the AFC North. Well, they got clowned on Sunday. A perfect scenario for the Cleveland Browns, if you will. A lot of guys dinged up. You take a 10-0 lead with a rookie quarterback, and then you end up getting stomped into the second half. I don't like anything about the Cleveland Browns. If you're going to give me 9 points with a bad Bengals team who all of a sudden is playing some much better defense, I think this game's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I'm leaning towards the Cincinnati Bengals early in the week, but not really going to touch that total, which should be an over, but for some reason, Cincinnati Bengals are holding people down on defense.
They are. It's the only positive this year is their front seven. But you know what? What I'm trying to do is not let the Bengals win over the Jets have anything to do with my capping here. I'm not going to take the Browns, but I can't let Dalton coming back in that spot against Gase get in my head. I'm trying to not let it get in my head. I think the Browns can smack the Bengals, but when I was initially breaking this game down, I was completely on that side, and then I just kind of talked myself off of this Bengals team. Let's hear what Whale Capper has to say. Bengals-Browns.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with both of you guys. That's an awful lot of points for a shitty team to be laying, even going up against the Bengals. And I think the over, it was a slight lean because you've seen the Bengals get rewarded now by running a really aggressive offense. They were taking shots left and right against the Jets. They got rewarded for it. No reason to think that they will do anything but kind of give it another go. Let's get some rhythm. Let's get some momentum to finish the season so we can head into next season feeling better about our chances. I think that's where you are right now if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, even though likely you're talking about a quarterback change next season. I think overall you want, the younger players in your team to, be competitive and to try hard. And I don't know where the Bengals defense has come from. They have one strength, which is a couple of players on their defensive line who can really create a decent pass rush. There is some questions about how the Browns O-line will hold up. It felt like the Browns' collapse against the Steelers was largely born out of the fact that they gave up a sack on every freaking important third down. It was extremely frustrating to watch. And, the whispers around Cleveland that this may be it for Freddie Kitchens, you're going to get a true sense of how this team feels about Freddie Kitchens, their level of effort in this game. Because if they come out and pull a stinker, he's getting the Ron Rivera treatment on Monday morning probably.